Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wingin' It Waterfowl. I'm your host, Troy Miller. With me, as always, is Blake Horton, and back with us is our other co-host, Addison. Welcome back, buddy. It's been a minute.
It sure has. Glad to be back.
So, this is the promised listeners' questions that I said we were trying to do the other day, and it just didn't work out because Blake had to go be an American hero. But this will be episode 29. And we got the whole crew together on this one. I'm assuming Roscoe's not going to make that guest appearance.
Roscoe is not. Roscoe's also being an American hero.
Oh, yeah? Is he on deployment?
No, he's working Houston radio.
Oh, that's even worse.
Well, we got a lot of questions to go over tonight. A lot of fun ones, I think, and some that'll help some people out, hopefully. If we're not just too dumb, we can hopefully help someone out with some of these questions. Before we get started, official partners of the podcast, we got Big River Ammunition. That is our official ammunition for the podcast. Ryan over there has been gracious enough that if you order $100 or more, you can use code WINGINIT and get free shipping on orders of $100 or more. It is all hand loaded. He's got stuff for steel. He's got, I think, a little bit of bismuth, maybe. I don't remember if he's got the bismuth anymore or at the moment.
No, he don't no more.
Okay. He does have TSS that he's working on. He's got the home defense. He's got some slugs. He's got, I mean, you looking for something, he's got it. And it's all hand loaded, really good, great price, and really, really good. He has done the testing and the research and put in the work, and he is building and putting out a great load that I think everyone's going to enjoy. So go check him out. Like I said, use code WINGINIT and you'll get a free shipping on $100 or more. And then we got TFS, and I yet again did not. You know what, Blake? You tell them about TFS.
Yeah, all right. Also, one thing on the Big River, guys, don't forget that he does have all of his turkey loads out now. Turkey season's right around the corner, so we are looking forward to getting some of his ammo in and get some turkeys down, hopefully here pretty soon. Like Troy was saying, TFS is our official cable works of Wingin' It Waterfowl. If you need anything from a turkey tote to a coyote tote to something to keep your birds out of the water during turkey season, he's also expanded like Troy's showing right now.
Yep.
He has leashes and dog collars he's starting to do. So
yeah, and I love this leash. This is the thinner material than like the tote stuff, but I really love this stuff, and this is the custom color he did for me. I love it, and it matches her collar.
Yeah, and like we were saying, he's our official tote guy. If y'all can give him a look, he is a small business owner out of Wisconsin, just like our Big River guy. Great guy. Just go and support him. If you want anything done by him, go ahead and use the Wingin' It 20, right, Troy?
Yeah, Wingin' It 20, and it's all his handmade goods, not like shirts and hoodies and the finishers, the new finishers. I don't believe qualify for that, but all of his cables and biothane and stuff like that. And then also Ty over at Dust Bowl Falco wanted us to let y'all know that any of his in-stock stuff he has on his shop store, use code WINGINIT10, you get 10% off any of his stuff. And like I said, I only got to use this for a little bit at the end of season, but man, I sure enjoy that. And he was telling me the other day he's come a long ways. He does stuff with Dylan and also with another leather company. I don't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but he does leather, biothane, cable, kind of a mixture of stuff. So go check his stuff out. Anything in stock on his website is 10% off. So with that out of the way, what's going on, guys?
Not a whole lot. Man, it is getting warm fast down here. I don't know about up there, Troy, but it was like this morning, it was kind of chilly. And then right after church, I mean, it was 80 degrees already.
Yeah. Oh, it was about 75-ish today. And then it was supposed to be like 40 something, and they changed that last minute because I got up and I was like, man, it's going to be cold out. It was warm whenever I went to work this morning. I'm on call, so I went in this morning. And then today, I got to work on the trailer. So the trailer is officially started. Whoever
Awesome.
decided to put that much reflective tape on a trailer, I'd like to kick them where the sun don't shine. I'll tell you that much. And that stuff is like falling off everywhere. And it I had to peel it off. I had to get the wire grinder after it. I mean, it took me probably a solid hour and a half yesterday with the wire grinder trying to get all that adhesive off. And it was
God.
not fun. And then today I started on the paint, and it's been painted 3 different times. Ask me how I know. I had
That's
to go through
funny.
all three of them. But I got the whole front, the tongue, and the front uprights, and then I got the rear and then the driver's side top and half of the bottom. So I'm probably a third of the way to the grinding and wiring and all stuff. So I'm gonna get all the lights and wiring pulled off, and hopefully, if the weather's decent next week, and finish that up and maybe start painting it and get my lights ordered.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Sitting
should
here
have taken
looking at your
some.
boat, Troy.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna order yours?
So I was talking to Blake yesterday about it, and I'm gonna call the guy in Louisiana who orders them, and I have 4 in my order. So maybe because he said that he was done taking orders until like it gets closer to season. But
Yeah.
I think if I get 4, it'd be all right. But Roscoe's getting one, my little brother's getting one, and another one of my buddies is getting one.
Did y'all see that deal I sent y'all? That guy with the. It was on
Yes.
Instagram. I sent it to our group message on Instagram.
Oh, I'm locked
It's
out of my Instagram. I can't.
Oh man, that's why he never replied anything. It's this guy has one of those like oiled canvas jackets. And it's got the little hoodie that has the goggles built into it, and then it's got another deal with like goggles that go over that and like zips up, and the hood comes over. I sent it to our group, and I was like, we need to get those and put our logos and stuff on them. Be a little boat gang like motorcycles do.
Oh man.
So yeah, if y'all hadn't heard, I officially pulled the trigger. Blake found me an awesome deal on a very lightly used beaver tail final attack, just like the one Blake just bought. And we've been talking about it, and Addison was
Now
gracious
that's the one that
enough.
Addison bought for me.
Yeah. I don't care. You can give me your new one and have that one. I don't care. But so we got that. We'll have to figure out how to get it up here at some point, but it was down in Austin. He was able to go get that. That actually worked out. It was a little worrisome. I was like, man, finding that good of a deal on one. And the pictures you sent me, that thing looks way better than what it did in the post.
Oh, it's almost brand new. It's got some mud in it, but it doesn't have a drain hole. But I was able to get most of it out, just piddling in the backyard. It's brand new.
That guy's like, I took it out maybe twice to go check water levels on my pond.
So I used it today to because I was irrigating, and I used it to throw out my pump for my pivot, and it works. It's steady.
Is it?
It's steady.
That's one thing I'm looking forward to figuring out is it's going to be steady enough to like stand in and everything.
Oh, I was standing in it.
Yeah, because I'm going to use it for do some fishing and while I scout out new places, hopefully.
Yeah, you can stand in it for sure. I was able to.
Yeah, those things are a lot bigger than you think they are.
That's what Addison was telling me. I was like, man, I'm ready to see it in person because I've never seen one in person yet.
I was glad I brought a trailer.
Yeah. That's what that little trailer is going to be perfect. Because that's a little over 5x8 trailer. And then I'm sticking that shelving on it. And I'm going to make it to where I can stack that and throw my decoys and stuff on there is the plan.
There's a lot of room inside of it as well.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking forward to it.
For me here, where I hunt on the river, it would be perfect because there's places that I have to like push the gator tail or walk, and so I'm gonna have me a little gang of boats following me, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
I know that's what I'm looking forward to when we go on our trips. We're just have a little boat gang.
Roscoe said that he couldn't do Nebraska again if we were walking, but I showed him this boat, and he said, "Oh yeah, yeah."
Oh
So
Oh,
yeah,
he's excited.
it's a game changer for anywhere you go. I mean, now you can just sit in your boat and hunt, and you ain't gotta worry about hiding.
I was gonna ask y'all since y'all are the boat guys, and this is my first official boat, if you even call it a boat. Um,
Oh, it's a boat.
is
You gotta get it registered, so it's a boat.
Yeah, that's fair. What kind of trolling motor do you think would be enough to put on that thing? I mean, I'm not looking for speed, obviously, but something that will get us around. What thrust do you
For the,
think we're gonna need?
for what? For Nebraska or for where you're at?
Well, just for like Nebraska, because I plan on using a combustion engine, like a regular
Oh,
long tail.
I'm not using a trolling motor when we go to Nebraska.
Oh, I thought we had to.
No. Well, you do, but I'm buying an old drill from Harbor Freight. I'm just gonna put a propeller on the end of it.
I found two Facebook Marketplace find here. I don't know if he still has both of them, but a guy has two 30-pound thrust short pole trolling motors for $75 a piece.
It's not bad.
But I
No,
don't know if a
that's not.
30-pound thrust is adequate. I'm assuming it is, but I'd like to go faster than the speed of smell.
Blake, if you remember when you were with me whenever I bought my gator tail, it came with a real nice trolling motor that had like spot lock and the remote and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put that on mine for Nebraska, I think. And Dad's gonna get a DeWalt drill with a propeller and all thread like you.
Yeah. That's what I'm going. I mean, as much as we're not going to need a trolling motor, I'm not going to spend the money on it. I mean, that DeWalt or that little thing breaks, I'll take another one back to Harbor Freight and exchange it and get a different one.
Call me the whole runner.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about we jump into this first little listener question? So, I guess I can pretty well go through the order of these the way I wrote them. So as everyone listened the other day, since we had a last minute change of schedule and everything and didn't get to do it all together, I kind of ran through some of these questions, but like I said, a lot of them I wanted to wait till we were all together. So I'll just kind of play interviewer to y'all and the ones that I've already answered. Whoever wants to start first can start first, and go from there. Favorite hunt?
That's a hard one, man.
Yeah,
I know
it's
mine.
difficult. Well, go ahead. Tell us what your favorite hunt is.
It was when all of us were together and we didn't shoot a single bird except my mallard.
Hey, that was good.
That was good.
You got two birds that day, didn't you? Quote unquote. But you got your mallard. That's what mattered.
Yeah. Got it on camera. It was neat.
Yeah. I'm so glad we got that for you. That was the whole point of the trip.
Oh, it was up there.
What about
That
you,
was
Blake?
probably my best.
Man. I think my favorite one. This is hard. I don't know. 'Cause I have a lot of fun ones. I think one of my favorite ones was me and you got back from Arkansas, Troy,
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
and
We had a lot of fun that day.
we just got skunked, and it was horrible in Arkansas. And then we came back to Texas to
The river.
and just smashed ducks like it was nobody's business.
Yeah.
And I think it was just because we were so tired and so like over hunting, peopled and over hunting, and we just went out there and just set in a bunch of, I guess we could call them reeds.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, smashed on them all. I mean, we both hit limits that day.
That's where my mount came from. Was that day?
Yeah.
Was that first real pretty Drake green wing I got,
Yeah.
and we went after him,
Yeah.
and we had to go chase him down. And then Wiley got a 300-yard retrieve that day too,
Yeah.
all the way across the river.
Yeah. It
That
was
was good.
crazy.
That was a good hunt.
It was a good hunt.
So speaking of dogs, I guess this one would be mostly for you, Blake. Did you do anything with Wiley to kind of introduce him to the family whenever you brought her home? When you brought Ryan home?
Oh, when I brought Ryan home?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, kind of. So we have two dogs. Of course, everyone knows I have Wiley, and then Caitlin has a mini Aussie. We call her name's Whitley. She's a crack kid. She's like all over the place. I think when we first brought her home, um, I want to say Caitlin's mom was staying at the house to watch the dogs and going back and forth. And I gave her blanket, one of Ryan's first blankets. I don't think it was the first one. It was like one of from the hospital. And
Yeah.
gave that to her to let her take home so the dogs could smell it. And then when we first came home, like the dogs were excited to see us because we've been gone for a couple of days. But also, um, they didn't understand why we had like there was something in the car seat at that point because we had the car seat always sitting out, and we just left Ryan in the car seat for a while, and that was pretty much the introduction. I mean, we left her in there that way in case Wiley or one of the other dogs just kind of bumped her more. It was being more protective than anything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they
I'm
were
trying
pretty
to
good. I
remember.
mean, Wiley was he's always been protective. I mean, I got pictures of her. I mean, he'd lay on the bed or the couch or something like that, and we could put Ryan in on his belly, and he'd just stay there and never move.
Yeah, we had 3 dogs whenever we brought Truett home. Sage was just old and cantankerous, and she didn't like no one but me, and so she was just like, "Eh." And then Darby was a little more of an issue, my wife's dog. She was kinda jealous of Stephanie, and then the one we were actually worried about was Ruth, because she was a pup. She wasn't even a year old. I think she was 7 months, 8 months, something like that when Truett was born,
Yeah,
and I mean, she's still pretty wily, but I mean, I mean, out of, very much in the out of control puppy stage at that point. And we were pretty worried about her. We brought him in, we introduced him to the other dogs, and then we put them out. And then I think I just kind of held Ruth, and man, that is the best dog with that baby ever. That is his best friend. So that was actually um, pretty easy. Did you do anything? Did you have any other dogs when you brought Macy home that you had to introduce her to or anything like that? The question was kind of like introducing a hunting dog into a family and other pets and stuff like that, mostly with kids, I think is what they're asking. But I think just in general with introducing a trained hunting dog, working dog, anything you had to do special.
No, I had a Belgian Mal, and they're friends since puppies, but the Belgian Mal kinda chewed on Macy a little bit, and whenever
Yeah.
I came home, they went after it so much that, like, Belgian Mal stays with my dad now. They
Uh,
hate it. When she came back from 5 months at the trainer, something changed, and they did not click anymore. Macy had to go get stitches in her face, so I said, "That's it."
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I think me and Blake had pretty good experience, but I could see where issues could arise, stuff like that. And then with kids, just as much as we love our dogs, I mean, I've always called my dogs my kids before I had kids, even. But I will say my kids are more important than my dogs. So go with your gut, and I'd say the biggest deal is know your dog and their body language, and be aware of a dog's body language. Do not be shoving anything or anyone, any kids, in a dog's face, or if a dog is sitting there showing signs that they are not interested, get that kid out of their face, because it's going to end up being the dog's fault no matter what, is how it always plays out. But just read the dog's body language, and don't let, a little kid's not going to know what to do. So you need to be the adult and the dog owner, the handler, and handle it, is what I'd say about that. What do y'all
Yeah,
think?
I agree. I mean, and it also goes back. I mean, I would see
Socializing is very
how.
important.
Yes, I mean that's the biggest thing as a pup. I think is socialize your dog. Your dog needs to be around any. And this is just me. I know a lot of people don't like to take their dogs. So they're worried about them getting sick and the parvo and all that. But when Wiley was a puppy, he went everywhere and seen everybody and let everything. I wanted that because I don't want him to be socially awkward. But that's just, I mean, that's how I do with all my dogs. So
Yeah. You socialize Macy any?
Oh yeah, yeah. When she was a puppy, she went to work with me. She went everywhere with me, and yeah, she's very well socialized. If y'all couldn't tell from our Nebraska trip, never met a stranger, loves everybody.
Yeah. See, yeah, Ruth's a bit more timid, and I should have socialized her more. She's better now, but she's a lot more confident now. But yeah, I definitely should have socialized her a lot more. But when we got her, it was, found out we were pregnant right before we got her, and or at least picked her up, and then it was just kind of a lot going on in that her first year of her. So I definitely could have done a better job socializing her. Uh, so I know there's varying opinions in this group on this one. Getting significant others into hunting. Give me your hot takes.
mm,
Blake, go ahead.
I mean, I don't see a problem with it. I know a lot of guys don't like it because they're like, "Oh, I want to hunt, so I get away from my family," and I'm the opposite. Like, I'm next year probably taking Ryan on a duck hunt with me. I mean, I know she's young, but I could go sit at a little pond over here and take her with me. And I know we talked about significant others, but Caitlin's the same way. I mean, Caitlin has been on several duck hunts. I mean,
So what did you
before,
do? Did she duck hunt or do any kind of hunting before y'all
no,
got together?
no.
What did you do to get her into it? Because that's, I think, the main body of the question that people asked.
I bought her a set of waders and told her she's getting in a boat with me if she likes it or not.
That's fair.
No, I mean we talked about it. Caitlin's very good about my passion is duck hunting, and she knows that, and she's like, I want to see why you love it so much. And I told her, I was like, all right, I'll buy you a set of waders, but if I buy you a set of waders, you're gonna have to go more than once because I'm not spending this money on stuff and you not go.
Yeah.
And I mean, we talked about it forever. I mean, she's seen how much I loved it, so I think it was just kind of one of those like I want to see why he loves to get up and go chase ducks. And it just took that once. I mean, she went out one time with me. I think the first time she went out, you were with me, Troy.
Let's say, is that whenever
I
we
think
went
that's
on the
when you
river?
came. Yeah, well, we went on the river.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that was one of the first times. I wasn't sure if that was the first time.
I'm pretty sure it was. But I mean, and she's told me several times this last year with having Ryan and her being so little and everything. She's like, I really miss going out and sitting in the duck blind with you. I wish we could really go. And every time we made a plan to go, something happened or Ryan got sick or she couldn't go. So this year we're going to try to do that. That's one of my main goals this year for duck season is to take her and Ryan out and actually get to do some hunts together.
Good deal. Well, Addison, what's your opinion?
Actually, the same. Of I've had old ladies say, "I don't know why you like this so much. I'm going to come with you, and we're going to find out together." And they have, and they said, "Yeah, you really like this, but it's not for me."
Yeah. So are you for or against taking your wife or girlfriend with you?
4, but not every time.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, and I agree on that. I mean, we have our Nebraska, like we have our guys trips, and I think there's a healthy medium there where you got to be
Yeah,
like,
Roscoe's that healthy medium. He's very romantical.
I feel like there's a point where you're like, hey, I love y'all, and I love y'all being around, I love y'all doing what I love, but we need some guy time.
Well, that goes back to, I mean, even just group hunting versus solo hunting. Like, I enjoy a good group hunt, but I also really enjoy going out, just me and my dog, just by
Yeah,
myself. Like, just enjoy the peace and quiet of sitting by myself. But at the same time, like, I like that balance of doing some group hunting and doing some solo hunting. And same thing with my kids. Like, I love taking my daughter out, and my wife out. Um, like, there's nothing more fun than getting to see their excitement and the newness to them that we don't have anymore, that newness, getting to experience that again through their eyes. But at the same time, like, I do enjoy being out by myself in nature and enjoying the peace and quiet by myself and kind of some time to meditate and think and pray and whatnot out there. So I see both sides of it. But
yeah,
for the people that are hardcore against it, I'm like, just go take your kids or your wife that's never been once. It changes everything for you when you take someone new out and get to be the mentor or the dad or the husband that's showing someone new. I think it
yeah.
changes it. It did for me anyways.
I also go to the coast, and so late December we're getting eaten up by mosquitoes. So it's usually a one and done.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. This one I thought was fun. Ask. So I'm trying to remember who asked this one. I think Alexandra. I think Alex asked this one. So her question was what our opinions are on new hunters, whether or not they should start with a guide or go with just get some gear and go with someone else.
Mm. I
And here's the
Get some gear and go by yourself.
yeah,
like, even not by yourself, but go with someone, like just a friend, like
yeah.
doing it.
Oh, 100%. Someone who
Yeah.
knows what to and not to shoot. 100%. But
Yeah.
pay a guide? No, you spend that money on more decoys.
Yeah. So I don't know. Have you been on a guided hunt, Addison?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think any of us we're not guide guys. So, and that may be a jaded opinion on ours, but here was the follow up she asked. She's like, do you think guided hunts would set an unrealistic expectation? And I do 100% because that was her thing.
That was what I was about to say. I don't think your first hunt needs to be a guided hunt because say you spend $1,000 and you go on a 3-day guided hunt in late January in Arkansas in the timber and you smack greenheads all day, you shoot your limit all 3 days.
Yeah.
You expect that when you go on your next hunt.
And maybe the reason that I'm just such a content duck hunter is that I've never been on a guided hunt, and I don't kill limits constantly because my first hunt was in Salt Lake and I killed a scop.
I will
So-
say I've been on one like guide-esque hunt, and it was geese in Arkansas, and I got shoved into a blind with Roscoe and 2 more of my buddies and 21 other guys.
Oh, that
And
just sounds like a nightmare to me.
it was, and there was geese right above us. They weren't calling shots, and the guides were. I don't know. I would say get gear and do it yourself. Get Onyx, talk to people, learn where you can and can't hunt, and do it yourself.
Yeah.
The biggest
mean-
thing I think a lot of people are scared of is to ask permission. And I think
Well, it is very daunting.
I think that's, I mean, we've been plenty of places and plenty of people have turned us down, but we've also had plenty of people give us permission. And that's one thing I don't, and maybe it's just me because I don't understand it, but what's it going to hurt to go in and ask that person or find that number or knock on that door and be like, hey, I've seen this over here. Can I go hunt your pond? Or what are they going to do? Say no? I mean, okay. And then go to the next one. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, Wiley is snoring so loud.
No,
You
I
miss
very
100%
much,
of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
I very much, I'm just not, I don't know. I mean, we call ourselves winging it because that's a lot of what we do, but I'm very much of the sense that I'm not going to go pay that much money for an already very expensive hobby
Yeah. I mean, what you spend
to
on
go
a
sit
guided
with.
hunt.
I mean, you look at guides and it'll say, oh, we have, 3 spots available or 2 spots or 1 spot. And you look at a lot of these, and I'm not bashing on them because I know it's a business and everything like that. But I do not want to go hunt with 8 other strangers. Me personally, I'd rather go try my luck on some public land or something like that.
Yeah. And I'm not like, I will go on a guided hunt now. But
Yeah,
going back to the beginning of the question, does your first hunt need to be guided? I don't feel that way.
I say absolutely not.
I say
Go with someone knowledgeable.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that is very detrimental to set such a to have that expectation of, oh man, we're gonna go slaughter birds every time. And we
Yeah.
all know there's days where we don't see jack crap. Have all the conditions right, have the blind right, have the wind right, the weather's right, and still sometimes stuff just does not show up.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't want people going by like, oh, these guys are totally against guides and bashing guides. And no,
Because
it's
we're
not
not at all.
that. We're not. It goes back to the beginning of the question. Do you think your first hunt needs to be a guided hunt? And I don't think that.
Yeah. Now, um, with that, I think very much guides have their uses, and I do want to go on a guided hunt for certain things like offshore stuff like that. That stuff like that for diver hunting and everything from destination hunts. Yeah, I 100%. I intend on getting a guide for stuff like that for layout hunting and everything else. So
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna go diver hunting in our beaver tails in the middle of the freaking ocean. I
why
mean,
not?
not okay. Go back. We would probably do that just because we're those type of guys.
I say that's
Should we do it?
exactly sounds like what
No.
we would do.
Should we do it? No. Will we do it?
Now,
Probably not. We'll go try to get a guide to go diver hunt.
okay, now frame your mind to my heathen days when I was still on the sauce. We definitely 100% sure would go out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, 6
half
years
lit.
ago? Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm
We
saying.
weren't married. We didn't have kids. Yeah. 6 years ago, we would
5,
probably
6
would
years ago,
have.
5, 6 years ago, we'd have gone out half lit at 3 o'clock in the morning into the ocean without a doubt
Oh,
if we had
yeah.
these boats. I think
Oh, yeah.
Addison still do it.
I plan on using my beaver tails as layouts in some pretty gnarly water they shouldn't be in. But
Yeah.
They're pretty stable boats. I mean, people don't give them enough credit, I don't feel like.
So what's
I'm
your plan, Addison, for the me and Blake have been talking about it. Are you going to buy the blind?
gonna see how Blake's turns out.
Everybody's
Yeah.
using me as a guinea pig.
Yes.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
using
that's what-
both of y'all as a guinea pig. Actually, I got to see Troy's boat, the first one, and so Troy's my little guinea pig. I'm gonna buy one of these.
Yeah, are we gonna name? I kind of feel like it should be named for when I'm out fishing. I'm gonna put put a little tiny torpedo on the front. Little torpedo
There
mouse.
you go.
But no, me and Blake were just talking about it the other night, and I'll have to look for it. I swear I found some panels, the door panels, just the frames. I swear I found some frames somewhere that someone was selling that you didn't have to buy the blind for. But doing a little bit of looking the other day, I wasn't able to find it. But I was telling Blake, I was like, I need to start saving these websites because I found a lot of stuff doing research over the last month or two, trying to find stuff. But me and him were talking about that blind grass stuff. I think is what we want to go with.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Lafayette probably next month some point. go over there and have him. I'm gonna take my boat with me to his store and lay it out and see.
Yeah, I know one of the biggest complaints I read online was people talking about how you got to be careful with the blind aspect of that boat because when you're running, a lot of times it gets drug and caught on stuff and ripped and
Yeah,
creates a lot of drag for your smaller motors. You know, people running trolling motors and stuff like that. So, and then a lot of people snagging them on stuff because they sit there and drag in the water if you don't have them all kept up right.
yeah.
So, I would like to see. I think the way I'd want to do it, and it's going to be a lot of us playing with it, is something that maybe can fold up and
I think
go
that
back
blind
in the
grass will
trailer.
work out good, just fine where we can roll it up
Yeah.
on the boats on the way in and out. That way we're not dragging it.
And then the thing I like about that blind grass is that stuff's pretty heavy duty. Is the dogs coming in and out the front not going to tear it up? Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's another one. Could be a hot take. I don't know. Face paint or none?
Court.
Take it away.
Yeah.
Court.
Are we?
When
I
you're like
think.
me and have
So,
no facial hair and a white face, this is what they see looking up if I'm calling at them. I
yeah.
100% black my face.
Yeah, I think we all do. I know all three of us do.
Yeah.
But no, we don't use the face paint. And then the other part was like, if you're going to face paint, like, how do you do it? We all black out. And then, like, the people that do like their little tribal symbols and crap on their face, Luke Bryan.
I feel like if you look like Kiss, though, you'd look pretty cool with face
I
paint.
mean, yeah, looking cool don't kill birds.
One, we don't use face paint because the
No, we do
oil on
not.
it is. I've kind of got the guys, and I'll take kind of credit for this, but I've got the
Oh, yeah,
guys.
100%.
And I didn't find this out. I was taught this by somebody else, but for y'all to try this, go for the men. That's wives that drink a lot of wine. Save their corks off their wine bottles.
Real cork.
Yeah, that's what I was about to just say.
Real
Don't
cork.
use the plastic corks. I've seen someone try to use the plastic one. It did not work out so well for them. But use your real corks. Just take a lighter with you, light it on fire, and you will be amazed on how well it works. But also, when you go to get in your truck and you start to wipe it off, that you don't have the oil spots all over your face. It wipes
It
off.
doesn't clog your pores.
It does not. You take some baby wipes with you, some dude wipes, something, and just it comes right off.
Yeah. Or I think, I'm trying to remember that big bag. I think I paid $7 for that from Amazon of various corks. So
And you
if
gave
you don't
me a
have,
bunch of them.
oh, I still have a
Yeah.
ton of them. I gave you and Blake both a bunch of them. I mean, it was a bag of like, I think it was a 50 or 65 count bag for like $70 or $7
Yeah.
on Amazon. If you just look up, real corks or something like that on Amazon, it popped up, and that's what I ordered because I went and bought some cheap wine from Walmart to steal the corks out of specifically for that, and they were all that poly cork stuff. And that first one I lit up, I was like, oh, the
Yeah.
smell was awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the other part of the question was if you're gonna paint your face, how do you paint your face? We black out, but
Yeah.
we're all. I mean, we're various levels of ginger here, so we're very, very pale skinned. We are from the mountains of Caucasus. But got any other differing opinions on that one? On the different styles of face paint?
I don't think so. It's not nothing against
I don't see it.
everybody else's the oil paints. I found what works for me and kind of pass it on, so it kind of works for all of us. I feel like.
The only thing I did different was back whenever I would bow hunt a lot. I would do. I still used the paint and everything. This was before we knew about the cork, but I would do like the green and brown, black, and I wouldn't do any fancy design, but I would just kind of do some breakup to match what was behind me. Depending on if it was early season, I'd add some green and stuff like that because I hunted out of a tree stand a lot.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I've ever added color and done anything other than just like black out. So, and then a lot of that I think is um, the nice thing about that is that even if I forget that cork over time, if you just rub your face, you can rub a lot of it off, and you're not going in completely black face to the gas station when you're done. Still
Yeah.
looks weird,
And
but it's not near as bad as that oil paint that just stays, and you got the little pore dots all over you.
You just look like you're
I,
nicely tanned.
Yeah,
yes.
I've
But
never been
also
nicely tanned in my life.
I wear sunglasses when the sun comes up. I mean, a lot of people are against that just due to they think it might reflect, but I think, I mean, yeah, black your whole face out, but when you look up and there's two eyeballs looking in the sky, because
Yeah,
I don't know, that's just me though.
yeah, I agree. I tell you what, that's been $1 million idea of mine. As if someone could come up with some hunting glasses that had that were just a matte finish that worked and didn't have
Yeah,
any kind of reflection or shine to them. Be $1 million idea for the waterfowl industry, I feel like. And if someone knows of them out there, let me know. All right, moving on. Um, I guess off season, and how do y'all keep up to par with scouting, calling, skeet trap shooting, stuff like that? What do y'all kind of do in the off season?
well, right now it's more of the turkey hunting. I mean, I kind of talked about turkey hunting a while back, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna actually try to do it this year. So I've been trying to get a diaphragm call under wraps. Um, but also, I mean, I still blow my duck call all year long. That way, when it comes to duck season, you're just sitting there trying to call, and you sound like junk. I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Addison?
Yeah, that's pretty spot on. I'm still shooting crows. Uh, Friday, I shot maybe 10. So Macy's still getting her reps in. Uh, I work Macy. I try to at least once a week. A couple friends come over. We all skeet shoot, and I got a nice skeet thrower, thankfully, and we skeet shoot, and we'll do that once a month maybe, and then duck call they hang from the rearview mirror of my truck. So every chance I get, if I'm bored, they get blown. So kind of stay up to date on everything.
Yeah, I I need to shoot more. I mean, I feel like everybody probably needs to shoot more than they do, unless you're shooting 3 or 4 times a week all year round. It's just I think the biggest thing about the shooting is, and we've kind of talked about this before, is if you're going to shoot skeet and your trap and all that, to make sure that make sure the ammo you're shooting, excuse me, is the same type of ammo, or at least feet per second that you're shooting with your duck loads. I mean, and I think that's the reason we've kind of went to the lower end of the feet per second with like ammo. It's just because if you're gonna shoot dove or skeet or trap with this lower feet per second ammo, you might as well be shooting the same ammo with the ducks. That way you're not having to readjust your lead time and
Well, if you
everything
look at a lot
else.
of your target load, your higher end target load, a lot of them are lower speed.
Yeah.
So, but y'all, have y'all done any scouting or calling or anything like that? Practice here lately, or is this because I know, like I said the other day, this is kind of my revamp time. Little little break and recuperate from season time, and then here in the next month or so, once it warms up, I usually start kind of kicking it back up. Hadn't put the calls back in the car yet.
Scouting, no, because all of our ducks are gone down here until probably middle of this. Well, I guess it is March. Middle of this month, closer to the end of April, we'll have our teal come back through.
I actually had
But
teal this morning at work in a pond.
we're-
Yeah, irrigation pond. There's 8 of them. So first ducks I've seen in a minute. Still seeing lots of geese.
yeah, I mean,
But
with the calling, but we got that new call in, and I'm trying to figure it out.
yeah. Scouting wise, I think the biggest part I do is I look for new spots on public and checking water levels to see what they're going to start doing, because we're fixing to move into what dry for everyone else, but for us be the wet season here for too long. So see what these plies are going to do, whether they're going to be here or not. I start paying attention to those here before too long once we start getting rain. Especially now that I got the beaver tail, I'm going to be paying a lot more attention to stuff, because there's a lot of these bigger ones that I'm like, man, I I ain't got it in me to. There's nowhere to hide, and I'm not taking a panel blind and all my dog stuff by myself, making 3 trips, 700-800 yards across some of these.
That
So
one ply that we hunted 3 years ago, Troy, those beaver tails. I mean, where we were having trouble with the ducks coming in, but they
oh
were
yeah,
sitting out in the middle. Those beaver tails are gonna make that a whole lot different. I feel like you can sit out in the middle of those plies and hide, and then
yeah, a lot of these that I look at that there was no good way for me to hunt them this last year that were a lot bigger than those ones and had a lot of vegetation in them. And I was like, I'm just there. They'd have transmission lines or something like that. T-line poles out in the middle of them. Like I could make 2 or 3 trips and throw some brush up and just hug up against one of those poles. But I mean, the birds are nowhere near any of the shorelines where you could even lay down if you found cover. So these boats
yeah.
will open up a lot of stuff for us. So that's going to be one of my big deals this year is scouting throughout the spring and summer and fall, early fall, to see what we can get into with these beaver tails. What about you guys? Anything you want to add to that?
No, I ran new territory on the river last weekend or weekend before last, and just going out with some friends. It was first warm snap we had, and there's a couple spots that I thought, man, this looks good. I pinned them for onyx, so whenever it starts getting colder, we'll go back and revisit them. I actually got permission on a pecan orchard that backs up to the river. I got permission to launch from their place,
Oh,
so
does
it's
that make your trip a little faster?
it cuts it down by 30 minutes.
Nice.
And going over a big rock like impoundment and
Hmm.
eating a prop, yeah, I could avoid that now just by being on the water and they were there and I talked to them.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be one for me with having the beaver tail this year. Is that's going to cut down my drive time to the public land. Not having a motorized boat, I have to drive about it adds over an hour there and back driving to where I launch my kayak from. But having an actual motor, I can go a lot farther, and I'm going to have so much more access to another area where no one ever goes to, because most people walk in, or I think I've only ever seen boats out there twice, actual boats. So this one area that I've just seen on Onyx, I've never actually gotten to. I'm really looking forward to this summer getting out there and looking at it. And then speaking of boats for off season, do you get everything repaired on yours?
It's clean, the cleanest it's ever been since I've owned it. It's running great, and yeah, I'm fixing to order a new trailer for it because doing some of the drags that 4-hour drives I would take it on. Some of them, you worry about the hubs and stuff. Then my trailer, my boat, I bought it from Hackberry, Louisiana, and the dude strictly ran it in salt, never washed the trailer off. So my trailer's pretty far gone. So I'm getting a new one of those. But yeah, it's doing great.
Are you doing any modifications or repairs after season in between seasons? Or do you just kind of do them as they come, or do you like generally between seasons do you do quite a bit of work?
Um, man, if it's not duck season, the boat maybe gets ran 5 times. Maybe more than that. Maybe 8 because I like to go fishing on the river and we catfish noodle on the river as well. But this year, I mean, it's perfect. It's running great. Only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some decking for it, like the
Yeah,
custom sea deck.
that'd be cool. You can go with the camo kind, or
No,
you gonna go with a
I'm gonna put like probably my cattle brand in the middle of it, and
that'd be
then
sharp.
like where Macy sits on the back bench, right
Mhm.
beside me, I'm gonna put her name beside it, where she sits, and just do the custom one where they custom etch it.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that'll
think
be
so.
sharp. I think that about covers everything off season. So, do y'all have any lessons learned from this past season and changes that you're going to implement going into the next season?
I think Addison's not going to try to shoot behind him in the air.
I think Addison's gonna do some more cardio in his off season. That's what Addison needs.
Do you need cardio now that we've got beaver tails?
I didn't think I did, but I walked in like almost in a season. I walked in like 170 yards, and I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Cardio, yeah, it's a must.
Yeah, I think for me definitely a bit more time finding better hides preseason. And this last season, it's not that I didn't spend any time scouting and looking for the hides. It's just the water levels this year got me. But I definitely need to spend more time finding, instead of saying, okay, I've got 5 good spots in this area, I need to find probably 7 or 8. Or, I need to have some more contingencies in areas that I can go to. And then also getting a little better at asking permission
Yeah, I
on
think, I
finding
mean,
stuff.
me and Troy's talked about that a lot about I feel like we would have shot a lot more birds if our hide was better. But I mean, we can sit here and talk about that all day long, but now it's going to change with us having these boats. I mean, from where we were having to stand in water and try to hug up against trees and everything, you got these boats that are pretty much water level that you sit in and hunt out of that it'll be so easy to hide out of. I mean, I feel like that's going to change our game a lot. Is just not having to worry about hiding. Not worried about our hide being so good because I
We
mean,
can
we'll
prep a
be.
lot of it to take with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be very easy to hide with these boats. I'm not
I'm
worried
gonna
about it as much.
I'm gonna do a lot of playing with it preseason. Do you
Yeah,
think you're
I
gonna
agree. I'm gonna take my beaver tail fishing probably. Take it noodling when everyone else has their big boats. I'm gonna be running my little solo man boat just to get used to it. Throw Macy in it, take her to the river. Um,
Yeah, I think I wanna spend a lot of time casting out of it, fishing just to get I was like, if you can cast out of fishing, surely I can shoot out of it standing if I need to.
yeah,
I don't think you'll have to ever stand up to shoot out of it too. I mean,
Well, Addison likes to stand.
well, he's got to learn to lay down.
Addison's got
Addison
restless
will.
leg syndrome. He's like,
He
I
I
gotta
does.
do
stand
like
up.
to stand. I feel like if I'm tucked in, my view is limited. So I like to be out around. I'm an outside dog, man. I want to be looking around.
No, I mean just one of those deals that I wanna make sure it's something I'm comfortable with, like, hey, stand up for a minute and if flock comes in, then I don't have to try to lay back down. If I'm confident enough that I can stand up and shoot from a standing position in it, then I'm going to do it. But yeah, preseason stuff with that. And then, like I said, the hide for me. I think I learned a lot with my spreads, how I like to set them up and what worked better for me this year. I did a lot of playing with my spreads and everything. So, which
I
that's a good. Go ahead.
I will add to that of your spreads. I used almost only pulsators for motion and one motion duck deal that Austin turned me on to, and those were killer.
Was that the spreader?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the same one I have. Yes. Speaking of that, so how do you both run your setups when you're hunting alone? Kind of take us through that and how you just on a just generalized solo hunt, how you run a setup, how many decoys, the way you set up, all just start to finish. Let everyone know what you do, and also what kind of hunting environment you're in, because I know you're coastal a lot.
It depends. There's a lot of places I learned this year. Like I have goose floaters, and I throw out goose floaters a lot. Um, they seem to bring in confidence.
Hmm.
Usually, I'm just throwing gadwall and teal, maybe 2 dozen of each. Which every
Yeah.
place I go to, I take my boat. So
Now you're hunting out of your boat a lot too, aren't you?
no, I'll usually park the boat and walk it, you know, walk back to where I'm hunting. Um, I hunted out of my boat for the first time this year, and I don't have a boat blind on it, and I couldn't find a correct water level, and I went and cut a bunch of brush and just piled it on top of my boat, and me and Macy sat in the boat, and we scratched out like 3.
Yeah, I remember you actually had some success with it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but still, I've never been a big like boat blind person, so it I haven't been using a whole bunch of spinners, and Canada or snow geese decoys has been it depending on where I'm at. More north I throw Canadas, more south I throw snows, and they have really brought confidence.
See, I've heard that. I've just never. I don't have any, so I've never run it. I've heard throw out, geese for ducks, but never throw ducks out for geese kind of deal is what I've heard. I don't know how much logic there is to that depending on where you're at, but I have heard that before. What about you, Blake? How do you run your setups when you're solo hunting?
Man, it just depends. I mean, when we're going on nothing but a wood duck shoot, I normally don't even take decoys and throw them out because I know that's where they're going to be, and either you go set the wood duck down or you're not. They're going to sit down. They're not. I mean, I don't think it's hard to decoy a wood duck. I mean, they got to have their minds set up on it. But anything else, I'm probably taking a dozen mallards and maybe half a dozen teal, depending where I'm at.
Do
And
you
we
play
usually,
into the wind quite a bit, or do you just kind
yeah,
of look for the hide and then see what happens?
I play the wind a lot. Well, I have a lot of the pulsators, so
What about you, Addison? You looking more for finding the right wind direction and where the sun's coming up, or are you looking more for hide and then playing it from there?
I'm so I've always been the I think you the big 3, I heard it on another podcast. They asked what's more important, your hide, your spread, or the X. And I think it's X, hide, spread. And I've been finding where the birds are and where they want to be in. And when you're scouting, you see how these birds are piled up and how they look. Everyone wants to talk about W's and J's for their spread. There's no rhyme or reason to my spread. I clump them up, put them together in kind of a line, how they like to feed, motion in the middle to get them moving if I have no wind. Playing the wind is a big factor for sure. But everyone and their mama runs spinners. So if I believe if the birds see a bunch of motion on the water that's not a spinner, not something they've seen from Canada down to Texas, I like to try to think of I try to do it differently and not run the mojos and not run the pattern spreads and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I generally try to run a lot of what looks natural. Have an area for them to land, and because I put a lot of stuff over on edges of vegetation, my feeders and stuff like that. Just depending on time of season, then like me and Blake have talked about, pairing them up as the season gets later, stuff like that. So mine changes throughout the year.
Yeah, I
But
don't
y'all are
really
definitely a lot
do
more of
the
the authority on it
W's.
than I.
Yeah, I don't have the W's or anything. My biggest thing is I try to put at least motion on both sides, but I leave a pocket in the middle. Like I try to leave a pocket in right in front of me. That way I could give them a spot if they want to land in that pocket, that it's there. But if they want to land in the decoys, I still got enough room to swing over and shoot them in the decoys that are on my left. I mean, it's not a big pocket. It might be a 5x5 or 10x10, depending on how many people we got hunting. But I'm gonna have decoys to my left and right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, mine's. I guess the closest you would call what I run a lot of the times would be that U shape almost, just depending on where it's at too. And a
Yeah.
lot of times my stuff I'll split into two different areas depending on the vegetation I have. But all right, here's a fun one. I wanted to leave this one till the end. Hunter etiquette. What are y'all's biggest pet peeves and the stuff you think that is not necessarily law or written down that people need to know about hunter etiquette, specifically on public land?
This could be
And
a
this can get this.
long. This could be a whole nother
I
hour-long
know it
talk.
could. I know it could, and it will one day. But just the biggest pet peeves of stuff you wish people would quit.
The music. Quit the music. No one wants to hear Sexy Red at 4 a.m. when you're throwing out decoys. I don't care how loud the speakers on your boat are. I don't care how many turtle boxes you have. I do not want to hear your music 200 yards away whenever I'm setting up my spread.
That's a good one.
Addison doesn't like listening to music or country music in the morning. We're getting everything out of the trailer.
He is not a man of culture. What about you, Blake? What's your biggest one?
I think swinging everyone else's ducks. There's a lot I can take and not get really upset about. But when somebody's working a group of ducks, let them work them because, and I'm probably wrong on the percentage, but I say about 50% of the time, either they're going to mess up or something's going to happen and those ducks are going to stop swinging over the top of them and find somewhere else to go sit. And if you don't call when you're 200 yards away, because 100 etiquette, you should be at least 200 yards from each other, so you don't have to worry about their pellets raining down on you. I mean, that's a whole different thing, but let them work their own birds because they might screw it up. And when they screw it up, guess what? Those birds are trying to find somewhere else to land. Now it's your time to shine. But don't sit over there and while they're calling, get on your cut down call and just scream as loud as you can at them. That shows birds that something's over there. I promise you, they're high enough and they can see a lot better than we can. They know that your decoys are there, but they like what they see with this other one. Give them a minute. If after they stop with those people, yeah, I'm gonna get on my call and I'm gonna give them a feed call or something like that. Let them know, like, hey, we're over here. I mean, they know we're there.
Hey, baby.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to whisper sweet
Sweet talk 'em.
nothings at them, but not while somebody else is calling. And I think that's why one of our biggest deals as we go back to Nebraska is because even though we're not local, we're out of staters, everyone still respects the hunters up there. Each other hunters respect each other. Like, prime example of that last morning, we all went out on the public land and we thought we were going to be like big dogs and walk the 700 yards that we wanted to. And poor Roscoe almost had a heart attack. So we decided to stop halfway. And we got to watch we had another hunting group that we said, hey, this is where we're hunting. So they decided to stop halfway. And it just worked out where we stopped halfway and they went a little bit further. But we sat there and watched them call and work a bunch of ducks and watch them shoot the ducks. And I mean, we were more excited than they were about shooting that they shot the ducks. We were sitting there cheering for them and yelling for them. And they're probably like, what are these guys yelling at us about? But we got to sit there and watch them work a set of birds and watch them finish. And we weren't on our calls because we could have easily got on our calls and sat there and just was wah, just back at these ducks and trying to get them to turn. But we didn't. And we still got to watch someone else harvest birds and do what they love. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're in it just to shoot the birds, you're in it for the wrong thing. You need to find you need to find a different hobby because there's more than just shooting the birds out there. We all love shooting birds, but there's more about being out there than just shooting birds and going home.
Amen.
And
I got two more.
My rant's over.
So I hunt the coast a lot, and more than 5 times I've pulled up to a boat ramp and have seen breasted out ducks floating at the boat ramp where someone breasted them out in the middle of intercoastal and thrown them out. That sucks. If you do that, you suck. The people fishing, bringing their kids, bringing their families, they don't want to see and smell dead ducks there when they're fishing from a pier.
It gives us a bad image.
It really does. That sucks. I have seen many ducks floating, and every time me and whoever I'm with try to pick them up. Another thing is trash. I hunted a spot that a lot of people hunt. In the intercoastal, there's always 10 boats parked there. There's nothing but trash. Beer cans, water bottles, old plastic coolers. It's not your trash, but it's trash. You have an empty boat. Throw some of the trash away. It's our public land. We need to take care of it. Pick up your trash and pick up the trash you see. Don't walk over it. It won't take anything to pick up 3 beer cans. If everyone picked up 3 beer cans floating in the intercoastal, floating in the intercoastal, but that washed up from the intercoastal, if you pick them up, it's no problem. If everyone picked up 3, there would be no trash.
And that's not just beer cans. That's your shells. Like, pick up what you shoot. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we've all been hunting together or we've hunted. You go somewhere, you're like, oh, look, somebody was here before. You're like, but there's 30 shotgun shells sitting here. Like, come on, guys. It's not hard to. I mean, if you don't want to get your hand wet, spend the $30 and you'll get one of the freaking magnets.
Magnetic poles.
Yes.
which I do want to invest in. Yeah, I can't tell how many times, especially where I hunt at, because it's not a big hunting place, but it's a large recreational place, and everything washes over into this area where I hunt at, and I can't tell you how many times when I'm picking up decoys, I have all this trash gathered up and I throw it into my jet sled just because I can't stand that stuff. And it's a lot of that stuff you can't pick up unless you had a big boat. But I mean, so many
The
beer
little
bottles and
stuff.
beer
Pick up
cans.
the
Yeah,
little stuff.
yeah, just throw a beer bottle, a water bottle, a beer can, whatever. Um, the shells, I don't find too many of them out there, but I mean, I try to always pick up mine. Yeah, I do occasionally lose track of one here and there, but I mean, I try to always make sure. And then I also use that for counting how many times I shot as well. So,
Oh, I find a lot of shells. Like my thing
yeah,
is,
you're in a lot more heavily hunted area than I am, though.
oh yeah, I I'll leave all the spent shells, like I throw them up in the hunt deck of my gator tail, just to as a little funsies thing in the end of season. I like to clean them out. This year I filled up maybe a quarter of a syrup tub, a lick tub full of shells. Not just mine, but I've probably picked up the same amount of shells I shot.
Yeah,
No, it seems like nobody picks up their shells anymore. If you don't pick up your
yeah,
shells, you suck.
you trash. Oh, I almost forgot what we were talking about for hunter etiquette. Which I mean, not that I forgot about it, but like I need to give mine. I guess mine would be walking in or boating in late. If you're going to be late, that's one thing. That is one thing if you're going to be late. But do not ruin it for everyone else. Like, go around where you know people are hunting. Do not be walking through someone's spread or boating through someone's spread or walking right up to them. Take the long way. You already inconvenienced yourself. Don't inconvenience everyone else. I think that's my biggest one. And Blake can attest to this. Where I hunt at, people will walk right up in amongst you, 20 yards from you, and be like, "Ooh."
No, they did it that one day.
I know. Like with birds working us.
Yeah. They
Like,
scared up with probably 70, 80 birds that one morning
yeah.
that we knew were there.
If you're going to be late, that's fine. I understand. Go hunt. But do not inconvenience and ruin everyone else's hunt just because you woke up late or got around late. And, it happens. You had a flat tire or something happened. And, you know, I understand. And you still want to go hunt. Go hunt. But go out of your way to make sure you're not ruining someone else's day in their hunt. Because, I mean, you never know how much that person worked hard to find that place or get out to that place or the things that, that may be the one day of the month they get to go hunt. Do not go ruin it for someone else. Not all of us have, weekend jobs or, nighttime jobs or anything like that. Some of us only get to hunt on the weekends or holidays. So be kind, be respectful, have etiquette. That's mine.
Yep.
That gets under my skin.
I double that one too. That was a good
Yeah.
one.
You dealt with that one pretty hardcore this last year, didn't you?
Who didn't I? I had a boat get stuck about 40 yards out of my spread. And then I had airboats running behind me, and it was a rough one for which I've been the late guy. I have. I've been the guy who blew out a tire on his boat trailer and showed up late. I've been that guy. I get it, but I've always been fast. Get in there, park the boat, carry the decoys, holler at the dog, get over here, and set up. I don't take my time. I don't mosey. I don't try to find new hunting spots at shooting light.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I've been that guy, but I've been respectful about it.
Yeah, that's opening day of teal season. I woke up so late. Like I still made it well before shooting light, but I knew for an opening day, it was like not nearly the time I wanted to be in. And I sat there and took an big old long arc in my kayak around. to get to an area that I knew was huntable, but no one would be there, and it was not great. I mean, granted, I got me some birds, but still, like, and I was pretty ticked off at myself about it. But I could have sat there and gone through 3 different spreads on my way to that spot. But instead, I'd take a little nice long extra paddle arc on the way out. I'd also say that for people leaving, if you're going to call it early and birds are flying, take the take the long path and be mindful of people that are still hunting if birds are working.
Yeah, I agree there. I'll drive through
Yeah.
some of the spread.
Yeah. Drive right over the top of their jerk rig and cut the weight off.
Mm. Yeah, that was a
That was
that
Arkansas,
was a
wasn't it?
long morning. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Did we get anything that morning?
No,
I lost a wood duck. I think that's the only thing we got, and I lost it. We never found it, did we?
no, we didn't.
Yeah.
That was a long
Well,
morning.
we're gonna have to get some Arkansas redemption at some point in our life.
I thought of another. Boat ramp etiquette. Throw your boat in and get out of the way.
Learn how to back a boat before you get to the ramp,
Now,
or learn how to back a
yes,
trailer before you get to the ramp.
yes, but I can see the other side of that is some of us didn't grow up doing it. Like I've been fortunate enough to grow up on a cattle ranch, now own it, and like that's second nature to me. But some of us don't. I get it. But I ran into this more than once of people. I wait in line at the boat ramp because there's been a line, especially in the intercoastals where I hunt. A lot of people, there's a lot of places to hunt, a lot of people launch. Don't throw your decoys and shotguns and blind bags from your truck to your boat while your boat is sitting on the water on the trailer. Do that before. Get eaten up by mosquitoes like the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, talking about the learning how to back a trailer, you got all summer.
That is true.
You don't need to be learning at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning how to back a trailer. I'm sorry, that's your problem. Don't make it my problem. And if there's more than one slot to a boat ramp, stay in your friggin' slot. Ain't no
Yeah,
reason you need to take up a three boat ramp with one trailer because you backed it in all cattywampus and you don't know how to back a trailer. Have your crap ready too. So, yeah, I'll concur with that one. But I will say, use the summer and off season to learn how to back your trailer.
yeah,
Put some PVC uprights so you can figure out where it's at or something if you need to, if you're by yourself. I mean, come on, figure this is what off season's for, not game time. You don't go to practice during a game. I mean, come on. So I think that's a good place to end it.
yeah.
And unless y'all got anything else you want to add, a nice little sweet cherry on top.
No,
It's been a good one.
Well, that was fun. Yeah, if y'all have any more listener questions, anything you want to hear us talk about, let us know. That was fun. I enjoyed some of these. Some of these are a lot of stuff I didn't even thought about that people sent us. So, send us an email, send us a DM. If you know us, text us, whatever. Just let us know. And we'll, maybe here in a couple episodes, getting towards preseason into summer, maybe we'll do it again, kind of hit on some of these again and see what everyone comes up with. If you haven't already started following us and checked out our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook, our YouTube, make sure to go give us a follow. That way you stay up to date on all the newest episodes, new videos coming out, stuff like that. Probably going to have some videos of. I meant to do some of that on that trailer and stuff like that. But once I get the boat, I'll definitely be doing that because I'm going to be doing some work to my kayak. So I'll be throwing that up on YouTube, stuff like that. So yeah, make sure and give us a follow, give us a comment, let us know what you think. If you have any ideas or someone you want us to talk to, let us know. On that, we appreciate y'all listening and we will catch y'all next week.